Some days you really look forward to live streams more than others, and this is one of those special days. As you see there, the sign says the Under-20A final, and it's at St Patrick's GFC. But let me give you the details. Basically, this is the McCrory Cup final in Ulster ladies football, and it's great that it's going to be live streamed for the first time ever. It's history today, and it's the first time this final has been played on a Saturday. So they're making big efforts, Ulster ladies, to move this to a schedule and to a place where lots of people can see it and really showcase the game. And it's fantastic that it's at this fantastic venue here in Donagh in Fermanagh. It's a lovely day here. It certainly has been so far, but you always put a wee caveat on that because we're in Fermanagh, and Roisin Gleeson, who's with me, she won't mind me saying that, but you never quite know in Fermanagh what way it might turn. Is that fair?
That's fair to say.
Or am I already insulting you?
No, not at all. Although it's perfect conditions out there today.
Well, we say it's perfect, but we brought in our van earlier on and got stuck in the mud. And, you know, we know half of Fermanagh is the lake, but I mean, it's water. But you get stuck. You're up on a bit of a high here, and the pitch is in terrific conditions. But before we go on, we'll have to mention Kieran McMahon and the team for getting the van back out of there. We've made a mess of your grounds, but more importantly, the pitch here looks absolutely brilliant. And you play all your games here now for a reason.
We do, yeah. Fermanagh Ladies has taken this as their home ground for 2024, so 3 games in, 2 here and 2 more to come. So yeah.
And why is that? And how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel great about it, given it's my my home ground. I suppose there's been big development here in the last couple of years. The stands went up, and I have to say, possibly, over the last couple of matches, there hasn't been a free seat. Even with the weather and stuff like that there. But no, you only have to look at the pitch there. It speaks for itself.
Yeah, what's it like out there? I mean, from here it looks pretty firm, and I was out in it there. It looks good. It's taken a bit of rain, but it plays really true.
It does, yeah. You just have to watch whenever you see the ball coming down, the bounces. It's hard to judge out there sometimes, but it's like the concrete down there. Once the ball's hit the ground, you're not going to know where it's going to go.
Okay. Well, the other information I have to tell you is that the game is available free to watch, and I emphasize free because do not pay for any of those awful scammers that are all over the site. So I went and looked this morning at the schools and other shares that people had done, and the scammers are all there. There is a way of blocking them, and people that don't know all those tricks, but the bottom line is do not pay for it. It's free. Don't click on any of those. It's only on the Ulster Ladies Facebook page and on the Ulster Ladies YouTube page. So we put the link up there where you can click and watch it if you prefer to watch it on YouTube. We will be keeping an eye on all of the comments coming in. Marie Mooney is first up. She says good luck to the girls, and a couple of prayer signs as well. So she's praying for her team to win. I'm not quite sure which team she wants to win, but she is hoping that her team wins, whoever it is, and we'll find that out in a minute. And we will also go to the teams of Roisin Gleeson with me, who you've figured out by now is St Patrick's Donagh, and who is the Fermanagh goalkeeper as well. So really looking forward to this. It's Cavan against Monaghan. It's an Ulster derby. Well, not an Ulster derby, of course it's an Ulster derby. It's a local derby between those two counties, and it's Loreto Cavan against our ladies Castleblayney. They are in most of these finals. They're in there, and they're in it again as well, and I've been at 1 or 2 of them. That hasn't been streamed before, but they are absolutely terrific games. And Roisin, what's your background? Did you play at this sort of level, or what school football did you play?
I played with St Commules in Lisnaskea, which is now St Cavan's. I suppose we did play under-20 football. I'm not going to say how long ago that was. It's a right while ago now, but we probably never made it to this level. There's big competition in Fermanagh as well, the likes of Mount Lourdes and that, and you'll even see possibly even in the men's lately that St Aidan's and Darragh just won as well.
Yeah, we streamed that one actually, the men's one. But what about this? Let's look at the teams actually. Let's go straight to the teams. Let's look at Loreto, and that's them in the maroon there, Loreto Cavan, and they are the holders. And they have a captain. Well, they have 2 captains. Both teams have joint captains. Roisin Gunn, the full-back at number 3 from Drumlane. She's an Ulster Schools All-Star. And also 13, Emma Keoghan. She is one of the captains from Lacken. So there is a team. There's a couple of changes I have to tell you from that. Number 14, Clodagh Clark, and she has done her ACL, I believe, God love her. And number 29, Kate Fagan, has come in to the team for her. Actually, the other changes in the sub, so you don't need to know that. Well, actually, I will tell you. 16 is now Abby McDermott. But they're in the team. Kate Fagan is out. But this team, Roisin, I've seen them before, and they played it under 16. They won on All Ireland. They are exciting. They have terrific forwards here. Sarah Clark, Kate O'Mara, number 12, and even Kate Fagan, who's 29 but has come in. Terrific footballers, and the talent's unbelievable.
Yeah, they look very strong out there. I suppose probably coming from playing in defence myself, you'll find that a lot of games are won in defence, not in the forward line.
Well, you're going to say that as a goalkeeper, aren't you?
Well,
just looking at the captains out there, actually, I know they're joint captains, but they've sent in Roisin Gunn, number 3, and number 8, Hazel Hughes. Let's have a look at the captain of Our Ladies Castleblayney. And there is the team there. Now, watch out for their midfield, number 8 and number 9, Hazel Hughes. She is the captain who took the toss. Laura Grimes is also captain, and Hazel is an Ulster College's All-Star. And the number 9, Niamh Flanagan, she's a Monaghan senior panellist, and she was Ulster Young Player of the Year 2023. So watch out for her. There's also Ellie Flanagan in the forwards to watch out for. And Caoimhe Kelly, she's the son of Eddie Kelly, who is the manager of the team and the principal as well. So you wouldn't know these girls. You're waiting to see who impresses you here.
Oh, definitely. But looks like there's going to be a lot of talent out there, a lot of tall girls. You know, looking at both teams, both look big, strong, well fit to kick scores from far out. So I think we're in for a good one today.
Absolutely, yeah. And I don't know what it is about these days, but yeah, maybe you just get older and you realise that everybody seems bigger. The younger people seem bigger. I mean, in the men's football as well, they're absolute units. You know, the size of them. But it's not all about that. You need the speed. But maybe these days it's the conditioning. Maybe it's the way they look after themselves.
Yeah, I think the training styles has probably changed over the last 5 or 6 years, and I suppose these are the girls that are going to try from that now.
Yeah, they really prepare themselves well, it would seem, for these games. And these players, like I say, they've been winning All Irelands and playing well for their counties at underage level for a number of years. So it is the 2024 Ulster Schools Under 20A final at St Patrick's, Donagh, and it's Loreto Cavan in the maroon against that team we're looking at there, Our Ladies Castleblayney in the navy. They beat St Mary's Magherafelt in the semi-finals, but only by a point. I know it's always Cavan Monaghan, but it was only by a point that they got through. And in the other semi-final, Loreto Cavan beat St Catherine's Armagh, and that's how they got through. So the other thing, it's good to see Roisin as well, a bit of equality here. The McCrory Cup final, I mean, it's always on. I mean, it used to be on live TV for years, and this to me is the equivalent of it, near enough, or they're sort of nearest equivalent to it. So isn't it great that it's been played?
It's great that it's been played at a weekend. This is probably the first time I've seen a schools match played at a weekend, and like that, it brings a bigger crowd. Parents work, everyone has commitments during the week, and getting pitches on a Saturday, it's probably not the easiest thing, but maybe in February it's not too bad.
Few messages coming in. Aaron says good luck to Our Ladies Secondary School Castleblayney, especially to Emmy Vale's Dervla Cawley. And I should really give the clubs, actually made an effort to get those clubs this morning, so I'll go through those. So Loreto Cavan have Kate McManus in goal. She's from Killygarry. And then you have Danielle McGovern, number 2 is from Dunlane, same as Roisin at number 3. 4 is Clodagh Doyle, she's Cavan Gales. Caitlin Marie Crow is from St Finbarrs. 6 for Loreto Cavan is Alva Kennedy from Killygarry. 7, Ruby Gilmartin is from Ballyhaise. At midfield, Lauren Miney, number 8 is from Arva Killishandra. 9, Ellie Brady is from Ballyhaise. 10, Emma McIntyre is Cavan Gales. Sarah Clark, Cavan Gales. Alana McPhillips is Butler's Bridge. 13, Emma Keoghan is Lacken. And then Kate Fagan at number 29. Don't actually have her club, but maybe someone will tell me on the Facebook comment or the live chat on YouTube. And Kate O'Mara is Cavan Gales. Castleblayney, Annie Carroll in goals is Castleblayney Foz. Dervla Cawley, as you've heard, is Emmyvale. Tara Renahan at 3 is O'Neill Shamrocks. 4, Abbey Lear is St Bridget's Ballybay. 5, Emma Hughes is Mahara Clune. 6, Laura Grimes, Carrick Macross. 7, Lucy Carey is Castleblayney. Hazel Hughes is Castleblayney. Niamh Flanagan, O'Neill Shamrocks. Edel Murphy is Castleblayney Foz. Caoimhe Kelly is Mahara Clune. Fern Duffy is Latin. And I'll pause there. Beautifully sung, beautifully delivered, Roisin, wasn't it?
Yeah, Danielle Cadden from St. Patstone as well.
And in the green.
Yep.
Fermanagh green, nearly ready for the start and nearly finished in the teams as well. Fern Duffy at number 12 for Blayney is from Latin. 13, Katie McAdam is Acknamullen, as is Alison Gilliland at number 14, and Ellie Flanagan at 15 is from O'Neill Shamrocks, and she's actually a granddaughter of Declan Flanagan, who is the Monaghan GEA chairperson. And I did ask for information, and of course it's come through. People have delivered for me. Loreto College Cavan have delivered. Kate Fagan is Mullahoran. Dreadnoughts, isn't that the name of the club down there? Imelda Boyle says good luck to the girls, and Lisa Coyle says good luck to Loreto. So all those comments coming in on Facebook. Big audience there, big audience on YouTube as well. Those are the only two places you're going to get the game, but whether you watch it on one or the other, it is absolutely free, thanks to Ulster Ladies. This historic occasion today to put this on a live stream for the first time. Loreto Cavan's manager is Anya Shannon, Castleblayney's manager Eddie Kelly with Kevin Nolan. It's their 6th final in 10 years, and Roisin Gleeson is with me, the Fermanagh goalkeeper. It's her club here, and the other thing to tell you is that the referee is Siobhan Coyle from Donegal, and all of her officials are from Donegal as well. They were all in having a cup of tea earlier and they stole all the nice biscuits. So Siobhan about to get us underway. The flags, as you can see on the far side, fluttering quite violently, so the wind rushing going across the field as we're looking at it, away from us.
Yeah, down into the bottom corner.
Yeah, down to
More
the scoreboard
so.
corner. Yeah, okay. Well, we're up and running. It is Loreto, and they get the first free, and it's their number 8 there, Lauren Miney, and they are in the maroon jerseys, playing from right to left as you are watching here. So let's see how the early stages go. The navy of Castleblayney. So it's Cavan against Monaghan. Cavan in the maroon. I'm trying to really get that into my own head, really, because it's not the normal colours for Cavan and Monaghan, of course, and that's over carrying. And it is going to be just interesting to see the way that they shape up. So Roisin is going to keep an eye on that, and we'll see tactically what they're doing. But I imagine they'll pretty much copy each other, and there'll be a lot of fine players out there. And you'll see a number 15 back there, that's Ellie Flanagan. So she's obviously not going to play up in the corner, she's going to play around the middle, and 11 is back there as well. So the numbers all over the place. And yeah, just as we have a little bit of a pause there, Roisin, just looking as we are up high here, the shape of the game.
Yeah, so Loreto from the offset, their half backs were pushing up, so in to support their forwards. But whenever you see the ball was turned over there and the ball was coming back out, they weren't long filtering back out. So I think that they're going to play a bit of a running game. You know,
There's a sin bin already. Emma Keoghan, the joint captain from Lacken. I didn't see what happened there. Did you?
No.
Maybe it was something that was said. You know, but certainly a yellow card in the 2nd minute of the game. That's the earliest yellow card I think I've ever seen in ladies football.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes.
Wow. Okay, well that means that Loreto Cavan are down to 14. That's a shocker.
That could make it interesting now, Jerome.
Yeah, well, it certainly, I mean, there wasn't much reaction from the crowd, and I didn't even see what happened.
No.
Really strange. Anyway, Niamh Flanagan now for Blayney, and
Good
that's
score.
a great strike. You were talking, Roisin, about the physicality and the strength of these players, and they're capable of taking a point from way out there, but I suppose it is under 20. I mean, you being the Fermanagh panel, there's a lot of young players coming through, and they're that sort of ability, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I suppose now it's all down to what you're doing in the gym too, so I'm sure these girls is no different.
And she is a Monaghan senior panellist, I'm told, Niamh Flanagan. She plays for O'Neill Shamrocks, and last year she was the Ulster Player of the Year. So that's the talent and that's the ability that's out there, and she's already shown that with the first point of the game. Super score. Now Loreto, and there's the 29, that's Kate Fagan going in for a challenge, and it's going to be a free in for Loreto. A point down and a player down for 10 minutes.
Yeah, 12's filtering back here and sweeping, and I'm not sure, I think that's 15 as well in the D. So
yeah, that's the one I was saying earlier. That's 15 for them is Katie McAdam. She is all the way back there. So yeah, that's what I was saying about the way they're set up. I mean, we're looking at the shots here, but a little bit wider than that. You can see that they're set up very defensively. That's just the way it is these days. Then they try and get the ball up quickly, and that's what they've done, and they've got it up to the number 13, Katie McAdam. It was 15 I was saying was back. It was Ellie Flanagan who was back, but Katie McAdam is staying up there, and if they don't get the ball through, they'll filter it back out, and here's the pressure being applied now. So yeah, very interesting first 3 minutes of the game. A yellow card and a point, and this is Dervla Cawley. Aaron was given a shout out for. She's the only player from Emmyvale in the starting 15 for Our Ladies Castleblayney.
Yeah, not much movement inside here, but the three girls could have went together there. You know, it was a 3-on-1. You'll see an overlap now.
Yeah, they're trying to work their way through. This is Laura Grimes trying to get a little bit of room. Maybe they'll try and get it to Flanagan, who's already put over one from distance, but it's well turned over. And that's the captain, Roisin Gunn. Yeah, she's involved again, but it's broken down. The turnover has been turned over, and this is Katie McAdam again.
Number 8's away here.
Oh, way down the right-hand side, good spot. That's Hazel Hughes, yeah, and she's actually going in now towards the middle and letting Flanagan have another go. She got that one over. Well, it was similar to the last one, but a more difficult angle. But good running in behind. Interesting tactically what they're doing there, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of running off the ball. That's what it's all about at the minute. Need to support off the shoulder. It's very hard to stop it.
Yeah, so that sort of defensive setup, and then the other team moves it around, and it needs someone to dart in and sort of take it off them on the run. Yeah.
Yeah, and then even there for the kick out, Castleblayney seem to be sitting back more and letting them win their own kick out, and then pressing them on the 45.
Well, that's exactly what they've just done, and they've got the ball back. That's exactly what has happened. And the keeper was quite a bit out there, a bit of a sweeper keeper, but she's gone way back in. And this is Flanagan, and you can tell immediately she's very composed on the ball. Those are like netball skills. That's kind of what Caroline O'Hanlon does when they put the ball up in the air almost over the player coming in, but she's taken too much out of it. It's certainly even, isn't it, Rush?
It is. It is very even, yeah.
It's like, you know, they're replicating each other, but you can tell that they're both sort of even Steven here.
I think Loreto maybe getting the lassie sent off at the start is giving them a wee bit of a shake, but you know, they're coming into it now.
Absolutely, and that is easily intercepted here. That's who is it, number 15? It is at the 15. It's Ellie Flanagan from O'Neill Shamrocks. But you know, if they don't break through first, they tend to come back because they don't want to give the ball away. They want to hold on to the ball as much as possible. That's the other thing about it, isn't it? Now you've all these players over, and it's Loreto who've dropped deep.
Yeah.
This is Fern Duffy now. And there is that sort of run off the shoulder where we're talking about. They're trying to move it through the hands, but there's so many players in there. She does get a free out of it, Hazel Hughes. And the threats there immediately, isn't it, Roisin, from that midfield partnership for Blaney? 8 and 9 are very good.
They are brilliant. I have to say, all the hand passing so far, everything's went to chest. You know, there's nothing going to ground. Once you have anything going to chest, the ball's going to move very quickly. Once you've ball hitting the ground, you're slowing down to pick it up. But I haven't seen a ball hit the ground yet.
Absolutely, yeah. We were doing a game the other night, and that point was made. There was a crucial point. It was a hurling game, but there was the last pass was given, and it bounced before, and just that second that the player had to stoop to get it and turn, and then he was blocked down. So yeah, the ball to chest is so vital. Now let's look at these kickouts that you were analysing, Russian.
We're more marking space here than marking people.
Oh, and that has gone straight to Blaney. Was it the 14? I'm not quite sure. I can't see it. Yeah, it was 14. It was Alison Gilliland, so the kick out went straight to them. So that was easily taken as well. And this is Katie McAdam now, looking to take a shot from distance. But yes, a good shout there from the referee. She definitely overcarried. But looking at those kick-outs, Rosie, I mean, you know all about that from kicking out as a goalkeeper here. The option was maybe given there. They weren't pressing too hard, but it was a bit given away a little bit too easily. It
was, yeah. I suppose sometimes you have tunnel vision, and you think before you've even got the ball in your hand that's the side you're going to go, and then you see your own lassie. One lassie just only has to step across you, you know.
And Blaney, I don't know if they're just in the right place at the right time all the time, but this is Katie McAdam now, and she gives it to Niamh Flanagan, who's in an advanced position, and she can certainly take a point from distance, and she's trying to angle that for herself, but now instead she gives it back to McAdam, and this could be a third point of the game, and it's Hughes, but she has been well blocked there, and I think it was Danielle McGovern who got over, but again they're rushing the ball, given away very cheaply in the middle of the field by Loreto. Maybe that sin bin in the second minute has just unsettled them a little bit.
I think it has. I think maybe if you have a game plan and if one thing only takes one thing to knock that off. But you see from that kick out there, 3 girls over here standing, nobody marking any of them, you know. So they need to build from the back.
Yeah, but even in this sort of situation, they get this far and then they've given it away, you know, and they're just maybe a little bit anxious and not quite sure. but that's a little bit better. At least she's got a free there. That is Alva Kennedy. She now will try. Well, again, they've just. I think she was aiming for the middle, but she just sliced that off her boot, and it's just trying to force it a little bit, is it?
Yeah, definitely trying to force it. And given they have a spare woman back there at the minute, you need to be playing it short, getting it through the hands safely, like.
Exactly. Yeah, just get a bit of possession. There's a foul on Flanagan. She seems to be in a lot of space as well, but she's definitely the danger for Our Lady Castleblayney, who have the extra player, and you see there just a little foul coming in, but they weren't tight on her before that, and she's getting too much space and too much possession, I would imagine, from a Loreto point of view.
Yeah, she's been on a lot of possession. Like, we're only 9 minutes in. I'd say she's touched the ball 10 times, you know.
And she's got a couple of, well, she got 1 point anyway, and she's going for another one. That was going to the left and it's gone wide, but yeah. And let's watch these kickouts again, Rushing. Talk me through it. What do you think?
So 2 lassies on this side, closest to us.
Yeah,
Need to come together. Need to be moving together here.
But no press until here from Blaney, and that's
Good
beautifully
pass.
played. That was delightfully played into her path as she was running, and that's a foul by Hughes, and she's going to be in bother here because the referee is, well, I thought she was going for her book. I thought that was going to be a tick, maybe not, but certainly a foul, and a little bit better for Loreto to be pleased just to get up the field a little bit.
That was a good pass out. You know, it just opened the gap, and the lassie number 9 did well to step inside there.
Yeah, she just stepped across, and you're always likely to get a free there, aren't you?
Yeah. Once you step across, yeah.
Now, this is Katie O'Mara. This is a girl I was telling you, she's a deadly forward, but they haven't shown too much so far. Sarah Clark now.
It's very congested.
Oh, look, I told you they're good, and they're linking up now. There's the first chance they've had, and now it's gone wide, but you can see there the threat, but you can also see that Blaney are very, very wary. Look at the amount of players they have back there.
Yeah, it's so compact in there. So congested.
Let's look at their kickouts. Well, they're going short, and look, do you come out like that? Are you sweeper keeper? Give it back to me. You're going, no, you keep it. You take it away.
You go on.
Yeah, this is Abby Lear.
I think that's the new style of football, Jerome.
Yeah, Adele Murphy now, and it's Flanagan again, and Flanagan is fouled again. So 2 points to 0, 10.5 minutes gone.
And the ref is writing that down.
Was that a tick?
Yeah, that was a tick, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they will add up. Well, they've already got one in the sin bin, Loreto. So, and I see actually she's looking to get back on. She was nearly on the field there, and the linesperson said, no, hold on. This is Hazel Hughes to Flanagan, and it's that double act in the middle of the field again.
It is, midfield.
And they're getting, as I say, from a Loreto point of view, they're getting possession a little bit too easily. And talking about getting possession easily, there's no press here. Look at the shot here. I mean, the maroon jerseys, there's 2 of them over to the right as we're looking at it. Just one of them in camera, one not. But there's no press high on them, really. So the number 5, Caitlin Marie Crow, is away out here on the left. Now, it needs to be an accurate kick. And it just about is. She did well there under a bit of pressure. But let's see what happens here. And that's a nice kick as well, because Alva Kennedy finds herself in a bit of room. Maybe it's just Blaney are sort of dropping a bit deeper.
They are, definitely.
That's what it is, yeah. So they're letting them have it, but then around here they keep winning the ball back, except there they have actually fouled, and it's going to be a free in. I think it's just they're really wary of what I was talking about, the threat from Loreto, because they are so dangerous when they get room, and they're just trying to congest that area. Do you think?
You only need to count the blue jerseys that's inside the 45 there. You know, you're talking in 8 and 9 players. There's 2 players up front here. There's everyone's in their own half except 2 players. So
exactly, this is Crow, but then that's where the challenge comes in. They try to stop it there, but Fagan manages to get it at the second time of asking, and they are trying to get through, but it's really, really hard to get through. McIntyre gives it inside, but every time they get it, blue jerseys surrounding them. This is O'Mara. And she just blasted away over to the far side, looking for Miney. And they've got it again, but they're just still going to come up against that wall, and they've overcarrying, but they're walking into that trap every time. But I can understand why they're doing it, Rushing, because 2 years ago, or was it last year, in the All-Ireland Under-16 final, we saw the Loreto team, they blew the other team away with about 4 goals in the first 10 minutes. So they're Blaney are very wary of that threat.
Yeah, they're packing out the defence. That's the thing, you stop goals, you know, can be the difference in winning and losing here. Like 3 points to no score, nearly 13 minutes in. So, and
that's even with an extra player. You know, they're still not coming out. They're going to sit in that sort of compact sort of way. Although I think she may be back on now. In fact, that may be her.
She is back on, yeah.
15 against 15 again. A little bit of room up ahead here if they can get it. Oh, the goalkeeper, not the goalkeeper, it's the fullback, has come out and done really well there. There's just a little bit of a chance there for Loreto, but yeah, they're going to find space very hard to come by, certainly in the first half. This is Hughes. She immediately looked to take on her player and was fouled by Ellie Brady. And Ellie has been ticked for that challenge. So yeah, the referee busy ticking for these, but it's mainly been turnovers by Blaney and mainly them attacking, and Loreto
feeling the pressure at the minute, just, you know, but there's a long time left in the clock, yeah.
Yeah, the game can change, and as we said, like, it's about staying in the game, and even though they haven't scored, you know, there's only 3 points in it, so they'll not be too worried. But there might be another score here. That went right
Keeper's
up the middle.
out.
And do you see there, number 9 Flanagan? She gets forward so much, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. She's covering a lot of ground here.
It's like she's playing midfield, centre half forward, but with a license to run.
Again, cheaply gave away there.
It is, and it's McAdam now for Castleblayney, and this is Flanagan again. This is lovely through the hands of McAdam. They're trying to feed it through to Laura Grimes, and is this point number 4? It is. Really well worked, and they have taken the lead by 4 points after 14 minutes, and Flanagan has been at the forefront for most of that, but it was a good team effort.
It was a lot of good linking play there, and like that, Grimes didn't stop her run. She continued on, and she got on the end of it.
And there's another kick out that has gone straight to Our Lady's Castleblayney, and they get the free as well. Yeah, it's looking rather ominous for Loreto. They're struggling, really, aren't they?
But then I suppose the wind playing a factor right there?
Maybe,
I don't know.
yeah, maybe.
They're a bit lower down than we are, so.
Yeah, just looking at the flags on the far side, it is, as you said, going towards that scoreboard we see in the shot there, so that's got to be a help. So Our Lady's Castleblayney, exactly 15 minutes gone, lead by 4 points to no score, and this could be 5 if Niamh Flanagan gets this over. There's plenty of height, but not the direction, and nobody over there as well, so Loreto will be able to take this and clear. I think that was Brady. It's a Cavan team rushing, so if you say Brady, you're not going to be too far away.
Oh, no, that's true.
And Maguire.
It's like Maguire here.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And now they're trying to play it through the hands. Now they need to just be very accurate here, and they need to move it as quickly as possible, and I know those two things are not easy. But I'm counting now the Navy. They've only 3 players in the other half, Castleblayney, so it's a sign. And again, the attack is breaking down. They just can't get it into their forwards.
No, they can't. That's the thing. It's so congested in there. You kick the ball in, it's literally 50-50. So do you travel with it and overcarry, or do you kick it in? You know, could have same outcome, but I suppose you have to take these risks.
Yeah, and Loreto have such good forwards, but they just can't get the ball to them. So how do they get them into the game? That's the question for them. This is Lucy Carey from Castleblayney Foz, who plays for Our Lady's Castleblayney in the Navy, leading by 4 points against the holders of the competition. This is Laura Grimes again, one of the vice captains, and again moving it really nicely through the hands. This is Edel Murphy. And it's Grimes again. She's won 2 Ulster Colleges All-Stars, and you can see why. She's at the centre of their team, and that's another foul.
Save.
The keeper give a good save, and the referee give advantage, and it's going to bring it back now. And it was the kick came in from Gilliland. Nearly was the score, but the keeper actually did well, and I know they'll want to stick up for the goalkeepers, Rashi.
Absolutely. She kept her eye on it the whole time. She didn't move off her line anyway. Yeah. So that's the time you'd be caught there.
Absolutely, top corner there, but Kate McManus did well. But it is a free in, and no other players near her here, and no defenders near her either. You could maybe run in and take it off her and put it in the net, but instead she just pops it over, and after 17 minutes it's 5 points to no score, and that gap beginning to get a little concerning for Loreto, I'd imagine.
But you only have to watch the Lincoln play between Grimes and number 12.
Duffy?
Yeah.
Karen Duffy,
yeah. Excellent there going in. You know, that was really their score.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they played it well, and also it came from number 6 as well through the back, but through the middle. But yeah, Loreto need to try and work out this puzzle. And that's number 10 McIntyre who's come back there. Pressure on her and Kennedy. McIntyre again, but 3 players around her, so the work rate really comes in around this area, and there's just blue jerseys converging and everyone, and they end up kicking it away. Now that's worked out for them, but it's a little bit fortunate. Kennedy has continued to run and has a little bit of room for once. Very intricate in there and very congested, and they've had to come all the way back out again. But yeah, it's amazing. The blue jerseys are just swarming like bees are all together and they're going after the ball, and they keep turning it over as the sun comes out here. And that's better. That's well intercepted for Loreto. They've turned over the turnover, and now they're playing to the wings, but they're having to go down the wings. They can't get through the centre.
No, the centre, there's so many players in there, even their own players.
Yeah, exactly. There's just so many in there, so they can't get their main players, their big forwards on the ball. They can't get a chance to shine. They've got a free here.
In.
That's going to be something, but they haven't even got a score yet. You just watch this challenge again coming in. Yeah, the hand is on there, so
yeah,
it's going to be a free in. We just need a score here.
Just to settle them, I think.
Absolutely. So 18, nearly 19 minutes. It's only 5 points, but it's still 5 points. Oh, and she hasn't been able. And is that a confidence thing? You know, you just haven't had maybe a little bit of pressure on you there?
Yeah, perhaps. So let's see what the keeper does here now.
She's gone short quite a lot. And she goes again. Yeah, gets nice safe possession in there, not under too much pressure. She got it to, I think it was Cawley. Nice cool goalkeeping under pressure. Well, not under too much pressure, but the kick-outs have to be accurate, don't they?
They do. That's the thing. If you're playing the ball into the forward line, you can play it into space, but sometimes for the keeper you have to play it directly to them.
That's good, tenacious work there from, I think it was Clodagh Doyle, the number 4 from Cavan Gales for Loreto. I mean, they're giving it everything out there. They just haven't worked out the puzzle up here to our left.
The possession's definitely been about 50-50. It's just one team's getting into the scoring zone and the other team's not.
Well, they might get in it now, but again, it's just spilled. And, you know, is it a confidence thing? They just can't quite get their hands on it and can't quite get into their normal rhythm. The referee has spotted a free, so it's come back out for them. But I mean, if you look down to the left here, the blue jerseys, I can see
you'll be playing it back the way here. I
can see 4 or 5 blue jerseys and not marking anybody. No. You know, when you see them in that shot there, I mean, they're not marking anyone, they're just sitting in there. There's a player getting a little bit of treatment here. So I'm going to go to the Facebook chat and tell you a few comments. Marty Goff says, hiya, wishing both sides a great game. Best wishes to the Down Minor ladies against Antrim in the dub. Brendan says, best of luck to everyone. Aaron says, good luck to... Oh, we read that one out. And who else have we got here? On the comments coming in. This is on the Facebook Ulster Ladies page. It's also on the Ulster Ladies Gaelic. There's a link there on that page if anyone wants to go and watch it there. Bernie Russell says, good luck to Our Ladies Castleblayney. As does... Who else? Yeah. Several of them coming in there and a big audience in watching the game, and on the YouTube will check it as well. But so far it has been all Our Ladies Castleblayney on the scoreboards. Checking what else is on the comments. Trying to multitask here, rushing, talking and reading, and I'm not very good at it.
Oh, you're doing all right.
And who are these lassies you keep talking about, just to explain to people who are maybe watching from different parts of the world? In Tyrone they call them cuddies, and for many you call them lassies.
Lassies, yeah.
I like it. Lads and lassies.
Or they could be lads either.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is Ellie Brady. Again, terrific player. I've seen her before, but just hasn't had a chance to show what she can do yet. But plenty of time yet. But Loreto would dearly love to just get something that goes their way. That's Emma McIntyre. Right out in the corner. Down
yeah, you'd think this is going to be a pass, but you can see Castleblayney are well set up here.
Yeah, she's just going to put it in there and hope for the best. And look, that's easy. And it was Abby Lear sitting in there and saying thank you very much.
So just watch the numbers pushing forward now.
Yeah,
like they're not afraid to sit back.
Yeah, when they come out at speed and they come out together. And that's Kiva Kelly.
Number 2's away here.
And look, we're way down the right hand side. Yeah, absolutely. Dervla Cawley, number 2. She's over in the right corner forward. She's nearest goals and she wants it. She wants Flanagan to give it over to her if she can see her. That's amazing, isn't it? Your corner back is the one who gets the most advanced position. Hazel Hughes, it should go over, and it is. And it's almost like everybody back, and as soon as you get the ball, everybody up.
Yeah, that's when the fitness comes. If they got in front of the goal, they'd be looking for the shooter, not
But when you're 6 points up, fitness doesn't seem to matter, does it? When you're 6 points down, you sort of feel it a bit more, and they're making mistakes and whatever. Loreto just cannot get going at all. Now they've got a free there, but that's not their problem. They need to just get up the field. And there's another ball just kicked away, maybe trying to force it again. This is Sarah Clark, terrific player. Cavan minor this year, as is Katie O'Mara. 2 terrific forwards, your county players, but they just haven't had a chance today. So credit to Castleblayney. To be honest, Roisin, I don't like sort of defensive tactics, but I can see how it's working here.
But every channel they go down, they're just met with blue, you know, so it's working.
A shot. It hasn't happened too often. That's brilliant. Taken. It could be a goal here on a save by the goalkeeper, Annie Carroll, appreciated by Roisin Gleeson. The shot came in from Kate Fagan. That's her first sight of goal. Nearly ended up in the goal. Now, it wasn't at a bad height for her, but it was still a great save. Watch it again there.
It was a danger ball, came in and just fell. Keeper did well.
I knew you'd stick up for the keeper. But yeah, it's a good save. And it's just interesting. That is the threat, you know, and maybe it'll materialise a little bit as we go on. That was the first sniff that they have had of goal. Remains 5 points, 6 points to no score. So they haven't even got a score. Nearly got a goal, but no points. They could do with just one of those at the minute. Lauren Miney might get it. Oh, and it's just sliced off. And she has got a free, though. They might get a score here, but the wind is coming from left to right, so it will be in the face. So it's still not a gimme by any means.
They're filtering the players back anyway. They're going to shut up shop.
Yeah, that's the way they're playing, isn't it? And
but
I suppose when you're the team that's losing 6-0 as well, I mean, it's so tricky then when you get the ball. You're so edgy, I guess.
Yeah, and the Loreto team have good faith in their free taker here. They've only one player inside, so if the ball comes off the post or anything, no.
Oh, at last.
They're just right to.
They needed that. Katie O'Mara, though she is one of the Cavan minors, plays for Cavan Gales, and she had no problem right over the spot. I was going to say the black spot, but it's a red spot here.
It's red here, yeah.
It is. That kick out has been picked up by Danielle McGovern for Loreto, but it has somehow gone over the line on that far side. I thought they got a bit of pressure and we were maybe going to keep the press on, but do you know what I'm noticing, Russian? It's off camera here, but a lot of the blue jerseys in defence, they haven't come out. They're sitting so deep, and now the ball has come back to them. But then again, Loreto were dropping deep as well at the other end. It's just the way the game is.
It is, yeah. It's just the way football's been played at the minute. And like, sometimes it's not easy to watch, but when you come out in the winning side, I suppose you don't really mind what way it looks.
Do you know, you're beginning to sound like one of them managers. Who was it last week? Jack O'Connor. He says, I'm not in the entertainment business. I would argue you are, actually, but you know, that's maybe a different debate for another day. As you say, it's the way the game is. Hazel Hughes now, and that's Katie McAdam.
Now Loreto's putting the pressure on. You know, they're congesting it out now, so that's why they're having to go wide here. So
maybe Blayney are just a little bit better at the defending because they're winning by 6 points to 1. So that's what it's come down to. 26 minutes gone, just to 7 points, and only the one goal chance as well. And that was a little bit out of the blue. So both teams just trying to manage the game. I think that's the best way of putting it.
It is. Suppose when you're going in now to the last 5 minutes, you want to be going in strong. So this would be the time Castleblayney need to be putting a lot of pressure on. Whereas Loreto will be thinking, if we can get them up now in the next 5 minutes, you know, going into the half.
That's Flanagan's kick, and it's just going to cross the goals and wide. And on Facebook, her sister has sent a little bit of support. That's Aoife Flanagan. And Anita Flanagan says, best of luck to Blayney. And Tommy Gartland says, great save. It was indeed by Annie Carroll a couple of minutes ago. Now that kick out could be intercepted, and it has been by Katie McAdam, and now it's Hazel Hughes going through and goal, and she didn't strike well, but the deflection I think nearly fooled the goalkeeper, and she's clearly been fouled there, but a goal there would have put real distance between them. Have another look at it, Rush, and the goalkeeper did well in the end.
She did. She was on her wrong foot. That's what. Yeah, she did well.
That could have been very tricky. Remains 6 points to 1. 2.5 minutes to half time. Room on this left hand side. They have had some joy coming down here. Crow coming through, but fouled again, and there's the tick going again. And I just wonder, as you were saying earlier, Rush, a lot of these players are being ticked in this first half. That might count a little bit later on, but that's been given away. That's a little bit careless, and it's Kiva Kelly. who has it, and she spreads it immediately out to that left-hand side, and guess who's out there? It's Flanagan again. And she's been followed by Brady, but over-carrying.
But you'll notice Loreto, I haven't seen too many left footers, but they're playing down the left a lot of the time. You know, it would be more on their advantage, but maybe that's why Castleblayney is holding the other side, so the kickouts having to go left. You know, putting them under pressure straight away.
And another free has gone straight to a Blaney player. That's Abby Lear. And a lot of those balls that they've kicked from frees and from kickouts have been uncontested, and Blaney have just had almost free possession. And that's been one of the reasons why they lead by 6 points to 1. This is another one, Niamh Flanagan. She's been exceptional in the first half, probably the best player and most influential in the half, yeah?
Yeah, she's chipped in with a few scores, but she's also set up a few scores, and she's very good. She's not afraid to go back and help out the team in defence as well. So
Emma Hughes, number 5.
She's also not been marked at the minute.
Yeah, I noticed she's been quite loose. You know, she's been in space a lot, and they found her. This is Cawley. Through the hands again, Kelly. She goes for one from distance and puts it over from distance, and the daughter of the manager, who's also the principal of the school, well, she'll not be getting extra homework. She'll be getting gold stars for finishes like that.
Good score.
Excellent score, 7 points to 1 as we come up to half time. Oh, free in, and I think that's where the ball didn't clear the 21, Roisin.
Yeah, I'd say the player was kind of letting it run there, so I'm not sure what Siobhan's seen there, but...
Did it go outside the 20? Was that it? I've said 21, but that's old style. It's 20 metres, but the ball has to go outside. I didn't quite see it.
It does, but the player was letting it run, so
yeah.
I'm not sure whether she touched it just before it came over the line.
Okay. So Flanagan trying to curl that in. She's judged that beautifully. The wind coming in from that side, and she aimed it a little bit right, put it over, and another point for Flanagan. Another one for Our Lady Castleblayney, and they're now 7 points up. Going into half time, we're nearly in added time. They go short again this time, and this time they do it right. Crow for Cavan, Loreto Cavan, who have not scored from play, just the 1 point, and it was a free. They will have that bit of a breeze in the second half though.
They will, yeah, and you don't think it plays an influence, but it does. But not.
In what way do you think it's, well, apart from the obvious that it might carry the ball a bit further?
Yeah, it will carry the ball for them, but if the defence is congested, it can carry, but you still have to work to get it, you know.
Yeah, it's maybe a bit tougher when you're up against a tough defence with sweepers in here and you're playing into the wind. You can't get a break, and that's what's happened again. It's actually a free for Loreto, for Katie O'Mara. She's looking to take this quickly. Kyogan is making herself available, but as you were saying earlier and pointing out earlier, it's a backward ball, so they've gone forward instead and just put it in there. And that is Fagan trying to win it, and she has won it, and she's got a free as well. So a chance here for a second point, but you know, it's a matter, do you go back and try to keep possession, or do you just try and drive it in there and let your forwards fight for it?
Yeah, she's a good target in there as well, you know.
Now, we've seen one go over, we've seen one go wide. So right at the end of this half, this will probably be about it. They need this to go over, but that's sliced way over to the right. And that is Ruby Gilmartin, number 7, trying to get it for Loreto, and they do get it back. It's Alana McPhillips. This is the captain, Roisin Gunn, sorry. This is Fagan. You can tell they're going, we're so far from goal. How do we get it in? That's a way to get it in. That's a super ball. They might get a score out of this. This is well worked through the hands, and look who's up there. It's Clodagh Doyle, but over carrying. Well, it's half time, and that sort of sums up the first half, Roisin, doesn't it? It's been frustrating for Loreto. They just can't get through.
It has, but they still have another 30 minutes to play. You know, it's still all out there. I know there's 7 points in the difference at the minute. I think Castleblayney set themselves up very well. They've did their homework on them. I don't know, I suppose we'll see what happens now coming into the second half.
Yeah, very interesting first half. Not much excitement, I have to say. There's some good football and some nice scores taken by the likes of Flanagan up to the right hand side there, but it has been an interesting tactical battle, and Loreto Cavan are behind. They've been playing into the wind, but they're 7 points down. It's not insurmountable. I mean, are we talking about just playing the same way in the second half, or do you think they should tweak it a little bit?
I think that they're doing brilliantly. Castleblayney, like, they have girls running from deep. You know, they're putting the ball through the hands, getting it into the girls who know that they can put it over the bar. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, they're not giving ball away cheaply, and maybe that's something that Loreto's gonna, you know, when they look back in it, you know.
But maybe it is that win factor you're talking about that helps that sort of situation, and maybe it'll help them get the ball in a bit quicker, and the ball will just travel, and maybe that little thing will make a bit of difference.
Aye, absolutely.
And then get in and get a score. We will find out. Second half's about 6 or 7 minutes away. We'll take a break and we'll be back for the start of that second half. Half-time break is ending. Players are out. The referee is just about there as well. The wind seems to have picked up. Roisin Gleeson going from right to left and over towards that far corner, and it could be a factor in this second half for Loreto if they are going to stage a comeback. What do you think they need to do better in the second half?
I think they need to start this half on fire. Just, you need to be getting the fourth score. I see the number 8 has went in. She must have got for a gum shield on.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah,
she's gone back over. That happens a lot, does it?
It does. Because we wore in the socks sometimes, so.
Yes, yes. And at half time.
Yeah,
maybe you heard that comment. No changes at half time. We are live on Ulster Ladies Facebook and Ulster Ladies YouTube. Free to view this game being showcased by Ulster Ladies. It's the 2024 Ulster Schools Under 20A final, which is basically the top final in Ulster schools in ladies football. And it's our ladies Castleblayney in the Navy. That's already a little knock there for Niamh Flanagan. So the referee just holding that up for her. So yes, it's our ladies Castleblayney in the Navy, and they are leading 8-1 after a dominant first half, certainly on the counter attacks against Loreto Cavan, who are the holders of the competition in the maroon, and they only scored once, and it was from a free, so they haven't scored from play, but they were playing into a fairly significant win. That Roisin, you know this venue more than me, of course. This is your home venue. Maybe it was a little bit more influential than we realise up here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Although with this being my home club, we would rather shoot into towards the clubhouse.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'd rather play in that way. When you're training, you're normally training
really?
in this half of the field. So,
okay. But does the wind, I suppose it varies. It does not.
No, it does. So, yeah, the wind does, yeah.
Right.
But both teams here have set up with a sweeper.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the way they do it. But driving through the middle, it's Laura Grimes for our ladies Castleblayney. They're certainly not sitting back at the start of the second half, even though they have the lead. This is Hazel Hughes, Ulster College's All-Star. Plays for Castleblayney Foz, who of course did very well in the Ulster Club Championship. A few of these girls involved there. This is Ellie Flanagan. She spreads the ball out to Abby Lear. She's from St Bridget's in Ballybay. Back to Grimes, where it all started, and it's maybe going to finish, and it does, making a nonsense of the wind advantage for the other team in the second half. That's really good football, really well worked, and they've shown them how to do it. Great start to the second half.
They have, yeah. Start going down the right side, switch it to the middle, back out to the left, and over the bar. That's how simple it is sometimes.
Yeah, they make it look simple, but it wasn't simple for Loreto in the first half. They couldn't, but they are now trying to get out. They've beaten the first press, and they've got Sarah Clark here playing very deep. They want to get her involved in the game as much as possible, and she'll try to work her way up the field, but she's gone sideways, and that's the difference. I mean, you were saying about the way that Blaney moved the ball side to side. It has to be quick, it has to be accurate to be effective.
It does, yeah, to kind of cut the players out. That you're not actually slowing the thing down and letting them get the press on you straight away.
And there is a press and a turnover for Castleblayney. So the game has just picked up in the second half the way it was for pretty much all of the first half. And it's our ladies Castleblayney in control. I'm just keeping an eye on the flags. They're coming into the shot now. You can see how they are fluttering quite violently in that sort of direction over to the far side, diagonally, but definitely in support of Loreto. But all the play is still going from the team in blue.
Oh,
and that's another free. Yeah, they just cannot get going, Loreto.
They have all the numbers back.
They do, yeah.
Vice versa here from.
Maybe it's just our ladies Castleblayney are just being a bit smarter overall. But they're certainly keeping lots of possession and going extremely well in this game. Leading now 9-1. That seems an awful long way back, especially when there's not many scores in the game.
A goal would fairly shake the whole thing up here.
Yeah, I guess.
Either way,
True. And as a game, we would like that goal to be for Loreto to make it interesting, and let's see if they can supply that. They're trying to get on the run here, but I'm looking off camera and seeing at least 2-3 blue jerseys not marking anyone, so it's so tough to get through. But this is good from Kate Fagan. And she's running into 1-2 challenges, and the referee has given that free, has she?
She has, yeah.
Free in.
She's strong, 29.
Yeah, Kate Fagan, yeah, she's good and direct, and she's, in those challenges, I mean, you're told that you have to be seen to avoid
the tackle
going into the challenge. She just about did that there, and she's got her free now, and it's
A hurler in Cavan. Ever Fia Hawk and Etch, ever Donagh. Substitution in the Loreto Cavan side. Number 28, Kayla Bartley. Replacing number 12, Alana McPhillips.
I'm just looking at the comments on Facebook. Declan McCardle says, come on, our ladies. And there's another one from, is that Eva Lands? Eva Lands. Good luck to them, especially Hazel Hughes. So lots of messages coming in on the Facebook coverage. Big crowd watching the game there. A lot of past pupils, I'd imagine. A lot of teachers. Loreto. And that looks good. She struck that well, and she struck it true. And that's Kate O'Mara. And they really need something from her. She's a Cavan minor this year. And they need her to try and lift this team. They've scored twice now, both from frees. A little score from player, as Rushin says, maybe a little goal or something there would liven this game up. But you see them immediately jumping around, trying to get the press on. They're buoyed a little bit by just getting a score. Well, it has doubled their tally, and they've got the sideline ball here as well. Loreto in the maroon. So can they get it in 5 minutes into the second half and spark this game into life? Number 2 is Danielle McGovern. But obviously lots of blue jerseys back there. 13 Castleblayney players back there. That's the number 29 again, Fagan, trying to get through, but it's too congested in there. They have got a free in. They've managed to get that. It's just so tight.
It is. Loreto need to spread the ball out a wee bit more. They're playing in wee small pockets, so it'd be better to stretch it out to the far side and stretch the Castleblayney team out to them, and then you'll probably find space in behind then. That's where you need the runner coming off the shoulder then. So
this is a tricky one with the win, but she's managed it perfectly, and that's 3 for her, I think, and 3 for her team. And in the first half we saw a few from that angle that weren't on target, but that was well taken. Now from this kick out, Annie Carroll, where's she going? She's going high up the middle, just pump it up, and she hits 2 of her own players, but that's great tenacity. That's dirty ball being won in there by Sarah Clark. The 2 blue jerseys went up for it, and they looked favourites, but Sarah was in there foraging and got the possession, wanted to take it quickly, and there could have been a goal chance, but wasn't able to get it away. This is Gilmartin. Loreto Cavan trying to get a bit of momentum and mount a comeback here, but they're having to be patient. Fagan has just put it in there because she spotted O'Mara there, but not accurate, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, you're talking rushing, they need to get the ball in there, but it needs to be accurate. Now let's look at this kick out from Carroll again. Does she just bump it up the middle? It's so congested. Look at the amount of players there, and a little bit of movement now, but she just puts it in there looking for her tallest players, but it ricochets, and they get a lucky break there, Our Lady's Castleblayney.
And off camera here, the keeper is the only person that's inside the other 45, so I think that tells the tale here. You know, Loreto are starting to put the press on the kick out. You know, that's overcarried.
That's well spotted by the referee. She did that little netball trick that I call with the Caroline O'Hanlon trick, where you put the ball up, but in that second she took the ball too long. So it's going to be a free for Loreto, and they have gathered momentum. They just need another couple of scores. They're still 6 down. Number 2 is McGovern. And is that the sub who came on? It is, yeah, that's not the 29, that's 28 who came on. And she feeds it back out. That was Kayla Bartley for Loreto, but they're being forced out to the corners. Now this is Roshan, where you want them
This is where you need to spread the ball.
Accurately, and get it moving from side to side. Well, she got another free in, she has, but you mean kick pass, but spread it and drag the defence around a bit.
Exactly. Play number 3 there and on the 45 and play it out to 5. You'll not be long shifting a few players across, you know.
And from here, I mean, she's too far out there, but there's nobody really from Loreto going into the edge of the square here. Now, there's a little run here from Alva Kennedy, number 6, but it's just gone up, and they haven't got enough players there, I don't think. But
Still
they might get it. They have it. Yeah, they do have it. They're going to have to feed it back out, and they do that. This is Lauren Miney. Oh, that was intricate. They got away with it. That's Fagan.
5.
That's a good ball, actually. There's a chance here. Could it be their first from play? It's not. Oh. It was Gilmartin up there. She had snaked there, trying so hard to find a way through, but it's almost impossible.
Just look at the hands and the arms here of Loreto. They're laying down a marker here. They're putting the keeper under pressure.
Absolutely, but that was a bit easy. It's a good kick out, actually, by Annie Carroll to find Dervla Cawley. That was good work, and they're not afraid to feed it back to the keeper. And she's coming out. She's doing a bit of sweeper keeper and feeds it to Emma Hughes. And That's good play at the back there to work their way out, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You just need the numbers coming from behind now. You know,
Edel Murphy getting it to Fern Duffy.
When you're under pressure for a while in there, like, you're draining of energy, but you need gears coming off your shoulder.
This is great play. This is good counter-attack play, and it's Hazel Hughes carrying it forward and then sensible enough to take another angle at it or try to feed it through, and she gives it into Kiva Kelly. Kiva sends it out to the right. This is good, patient build-up from them, and they are being creative as well, and they're trying to get into the spaces. They're sort of doing what we're trying to encourage Loreto to do at the other end. There might even be a goal chance, but she's run out of a little bit of room. But, you know, they have a little bit more, is it directness about them when they go forward?
They do, yeah, but I think that time maybe some of their players sat back a wee bit and, you know, the support wasn't coming.
Now, Loreto, the goalkeeper, is appealing for a little bit of movement, but there is no movement. Not enough to sort of say, give me the ball. Sarah Clark is asking for it, but no one else is really moving. And now she's just going to have to pump it out to this side, and that could easily be intercepted, and it is by Emma Keoghan for Our Ladies Castleblayney. And if you contrast that with a minute ago with the way Castleblayney worked the ball out, and there's the ball you're talking about, you know, get it across the field, get it accurate, get it out to Fern Duffy.
There we go, turned over again.
It has turned over, but that's the ball you're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I guess it's easier to play when you're 6 points up 10 minutes into the second half of the final and everything seems to be going well for you. Encouragement from the crowd in the stand here at St Patrick's in Donagh as Ellie Brady from Ballyhaise and Cavan speeds down the right and slips it to Kate Fagan. Lots of blue jerseys converging on them, loads, but they still get it over the bar. First score that they have got from play in the entire game. It's taken 41 minutes. It was a good score though, and it could just spark them into life rushing. Yeah,
and this time we've played down the right side instead of playing down the left side that they did all of the first half. So again, I still haven't spotted a left-footed kicker here.
And it was really well taken, but a good run, and it needed Ellie Brady to take a little bit of responsibility there, and she has got it back to a 5-point game. But this is Fern Duffy from the Latin Club. She's worked it inside. That's good play as well, and Our Ladies Castleblayney always seem to have an out ball.
Waiting for the help to come, I think.
Yeah, but they're nice and composed on the ball, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
They make the moves at the right times, and that's Grimes, and they've got a free. They're able to respond every time that Loreto go at them.
Yeah, they have plenty of options.
And they have that comfort of the 5-point lead, and they've good players like Laura Grimes here from Carrick Macross, from Carrick Ladies, joint captain of the team, and the referee has given her advantage. There was a tug on the jersey, and I think it's going to be brought back, and it is. They're very good players on the ball individually, never mind as a team.
Yeah, they're not afraid to carry the ball into tackles as well.
Andrea says, come on, Our Ladies. Lots of support online for Our Ladies Castleblayney in the Navy, but that has broken down.
Touch it on the ground, free in.
Yeah, and this just calms it all down, even with the wind still going quite strong from left to right diagonally. It just they've just sort of calmed the Loreto momentum there, haven't they?
They have, yeah. I think it's dropping.
Yeah, that was always going to drop in, wasn't it? And let's see if they can counter and transition this quickly. That's what it needs. And they give it to the right player. They give it to Ellie Brady, and she immediately says, I'm going to go and attack you again as I did before. Doesn't have that many options up there. Fagan is looking for it yet again, and she's going to try and find her, and she has, even though, how do Castleblayney have so many players back there? I don't know. They're amazing at getting back, but they need to move it quickly, and they have done, but the referee's already brought it back.
She broke a lot of tackles there.
She did, but I suppose the only way, as you say, to get through that blanket defence is to kick it and move it quickly, because there was 3 or 4 maroon jerseys over the far side.
There was, yeah. Number 7 made a good run straight from the off here on the 45, so I suppose that's always an option, but it's sometimes knowing the options there, either calling or somebody else letting you know.
And now that's better. That was a sign of a player who is playing confidently now and taking a free right off the front of the foot. That was a punt off the front of the foot, and it went over. I think that's 4 for her, and now 4-point game 4-point game with the win, and they've won it. A little bit unlucky there that it's broken, but it was well read for Our Lady's Castleblayney. And look at the maroon jerseys coming back now. Look at the speed of them getting back, racing back. There's 4 of them chasing Hazel Hughes, and they forced her into the corner. But Flanagan is there, and that's really intelligent to find that space. Unlucky with the shot. She just judged that slightly wrongly, but it was a really nice movement into the pocket of space and intelligent football.
It's a free out.
Free out for Loreto.
But if you look, we're 15 minutes into the match. It's been 4 scores to 1 point. It's a queer contrast on the first half. So,
and that point for Castleblayney came in the first minute or two, didn't it? So it's 4 in a row for Loreto. But this is a key point in the game. We're now coming up to exactly the 3-quarter mark. So 15 minutes to go. If they can get another score or two here, we're really looking at a grandstand finish. Brilliant ball, taken brilliantly as well. And I said she was playing confidently. She was confident enough to take that on, but it goes wide. And I see Caitlin Marie Crowe, the number 5 for Cavan. She's shouting to her other players, come on, get up the field here, let's get at them.
Yeah, she had 2 girls marking her there, and you know, she still managed to get the ball in and get a shot away. So, you know, she's definitely playing with confidence.
Substitution for Castleblayney.
Edel
Murphy is off.
Substitution on the Loreto Cavan side. Number 18, Ellen Murphy, replacing number 10, Emma McIntyre.
I've seen a Castleblayney sub coming on there. That's Macy Trainer, 25, is in for Edel Murphy. So that's a substitution just made for Castleblayney. But the goalkeeper has it. Annie Carroll. Big press on. There is a short one though. And I think that's the 25 who's just come on. They must have told her, get in there and get the short ball from the kickouts. And she did it very well. Nervy moments though for our ladies there at the back. But they're moving it around swiftly and accurately now. That's good play. Moving it through the hands. Oh, and it's close though.
It is.
Oh, it was close because Daniel McGovern got a hand to it. But they still have it. And Fern Duffy gets it to Flanagan. And you always know when they get it to her that they've got a second or two. And off she goes again.
Some magic is going to happen when the ball goes.
Yeah, they just know the rest of them can maybe breathe a little bit easier when she's got it. Because look at the run she's made. And she's got it.
She's won herself a free.
To Duffy, and she's got a free. Yeah, she just sort of takes the pressure off, doesn't she?
Kind of calms the thing down when she gets the ball.
Yeah, they just know they're safe for a minute.
Ahar Aaron Munahain, Everafia Coog, and Atch Everajay. Substitution on the Castleblayney side, number 25, Macy Trainer, replacing number 10, Adele Murphy.
I think she might already be on.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's just a
no, it's the one I gave a minute ago, but he's just giving it now. They got it. They must have got the note passed up, but that's who it was. But yeah, they're all starting to put on subs, and there's another one I think coming on now. And I see number 2, interestingly, for Castleblayney, Dervla Cawley has been told to get back in defence, and so is Abby Lear, and so is Lucy Carey. They're all drifting back into defence, even though their team's on the attack. So safety first at the minute for Our Lady's Castleblayney, but they don't want to sit too deep because Loreto are going well. They still have that threat there. But at the other end, Katie McAdam has it. She's going for her score, and she's got a good connection on it, but it's gone to the left and it's gone wide, and scores hard to come by in that side in the second half, even if St Patrick's don't like to play that way.
Well, I do. I can't speak for everyone.
It's now 9 points, place 5. 12 minutes to go, as you can see. And Loreto trying to build up another head of steam. Sarah Clark playing so deep in the second half, trying to get them going, as is Emma Keoghan.
We're way about down that left side again.
Daniel McGovern. There's extra players back there for Blaney, and it works for them. Does it? Yes, it does. They managed to counter that. They've really nullified the all-star attack, haven't they, in this second half?
They have, yeah.
And in the first half, actually. Yeah, only 1 score from play, I think it's been, for Loreto Cavan from their revered attack that has won an All-Ireland at under 16. So from that point of view, we've got to say it's worked. Not over yet, of course. This is Hazel Hughes. Hughes and Flanagan, a dynamic duo in the middle of the field, and they get it to Fern Duffy. Is Fern fouled? Yeah, she is. The referee says play on, though, and Hughes gets a shot away, and it's blocked down, and it's going to be brought back for a free, and that's frustration for Loreto Cavan. But another substitution now being made.
Ahar Aaron Everafia shocked, and Atch Ever shocked. Substitution on the Loreto Cavan side. Number 27, Avine Galligan, replacing number 7, Ruby Gilmartin.
I take it you heard that clearly.
Fern Duffy is connecting a lot of ball that's coming in there as well. You know, she's the link, I think, between midfield and the forward line. Even if the ball's going back to midfield, you know, she seems to be the link that's in there, that she's the player they're looking for.
And I'd say if there's a player who has been fouled more than any other 4 frees in that area, it's her.
Definitely.
Every time it gets to her, she seems to have been fouled. 27. I thought she was running to be replaced, but she's not. You have a bit of a hold up here because there's a injury. Is it Ellie Brady getting a little bit of treatment over there? They really need her in the last 10 minutes here. Loreto, she's back on her feet and seems to be okay. She's made a couple of brilliant runs, but I'd say Our Lady's Castleblayney have put someone on her to say stop her running.
There's Fern Duffy again.
Indeed, and Flanagan again trying to get free, and another foul given away, and that time it was Crow who fouled, but they might just get the score. No, they don't, and another free. It's frustrating, isn't it? It's actually frustrating to watch, and I'm not really involved. And it's not that I want either team to win, but it just keeps the game keeps breaking down.
It does, yeah. It's very stop-start, you know. But then, when you're in that position, you're just thinking you're just looking to stop them.
Yeah, but it's forceful play from Our Lady's Castleblayney. They're drawing the frees all of the time, and here's a chance now for Flanagan. They've only scored 1 point in the second half, isn't that right? They were 8-1 up at half time, then went to 9-1, then 9-5. Oh, and it just dropped over the bar and no more. Just players, I thought there was a bit of anxiety around the lower crossbar area there, but it's gone over and it's double scores, back to a 5-point game, and we have 9 minutes to go. And Loreto now, well, it's livened the crowd up a bit actually, but will it inspire Loreto again for one big push? This is Caitlin Marie Crow. Oh, and it's broken down though. It's Blaney who get it back, and it's Quiva Kelly, and she's fouled, and Caitlin Marie Crow, I think, fouled for the last one as well. She needs to watch herself. These ticks will be adding up. Haven't seen a yellow card apart from the second minute of the game, but there could be another.
And we're not even sure what it was for. That's the
that was strange. Now, is there a turnover here for Loreto?
There is.
Touched on the ground. Loreto, they need to move this quickly and accurately, and that's not either of those. Well, one of those. They were obviously looking to try and get it up there to Ellen Murphy, who'd come on, but the problem was, Roisin, that Castleblayney had 3 players back there and that needed to be really accurate.
It did, yeah. It's just unfortunate that the ball, the sideline was as close as what it was.
Duffy.
The ball's there to be won now.
Yeah, and both of them moved it on the ground. So the referee Siobhan Coyle comes over and says, I will hop that one. 8 minutes to go. It's getting to that stage. Ellie Brady just gets a hand to it, and Loreto need to get possession. Do they get it? Another battle on the ground for the ball, and another hop. Yeah, they've just sort of cancelled it. No, is it a free in? Is he giving it? I think it's a hop. Yeah, it is a hop. I think some of them were thinking it was a free for Blaney, but it's not. Brady again, and she does brilliantly. Catches it and gets her free, and is brought to ground. Were these girls watching the rugby last night?
Loreto need to get out now, yeah.
They do, and they need to move it quickly, but there's a player actually getting treatment over to the right on the pitch, right in the middle of the play, and it looks like treatment for cramp just off camera to the right, so I imagine that'll hold things up. And the referee says we can play on. It's not a head injury, and she's back on her feet. But yeah, maybe that's the energy that Castleblayney had put into the game. It's taken its toll. But Loreto now, it's a big ask, but they've 7 minutes to go, and they need to get back in this game. There's a clear foul indeed. I think I was hinting a minute ago, it's getting to that stage where we're going to say they need a goal. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a brilliant ball, and it's brilliantly taken as well. That's taken out about 5 players. Has it got over the bar? So unlucky. Kato O'Mara came off the post. A little point there would have not just brought it back to 4, it would have just lifted our whole team at this important juncture. But they are going in the right direction.
They are, yeah. And that, again, direct ball in.
Exactly, yeah, but it was good, accurate ball in. And well taken. They have the forwards there. They're just outnumbered all the time. Ellie Flanagan getting treatment for cramp, and this is Laura Grimes. Does well to win it under pressure.
Laura Grimes has had a great game. She's been solid in defence, but again pushing forward too.
they've got it back. Katie O'Mara hit the post a minute ago. They need to manufacture a goal, I think, at this stage. And that is Crow. Free's been given. And again, I'm not sure that's helping them. I think they wanted to move the ball quickly, but they've got a free here, and she is pretty good in them, but it's a bad angle. By the way, Rushin, I need you to think about player of the match. There will be an award after this, and we'll decide it here just after the final whistle, but if you could start thinking about that.
Ever a 3 and a ever a Coog. Substitution on the Castleblayney side, number 23, Ellie Devlin, replacing number 15, Ellie Flanagan.
And that's because Flanagan was getting a lot of treatment there for cramp. She was playing 15, but she played in that sweeper area, and she covered an awful lot of ground in there, and they just replaced her for the last 5.5 minutes. Now, she judged that one. Oh, it's just going to the right. There's two in a minute really would have drawn them. It was a big ask, both of them. But we needed them to go over for Loreto to give them a chance. I think it's going to be very, very tough for them now. This kick out obviously will be important too. It goes way out to the right, and you know what? That's a terrific kick out. It was towards Cawley, but it was actually, I think, aimed for this girl, the number 25.
And the keeper's very far out here as well.
There she is, good spot. Well, you would spot it. You're a goalkeeper, and she's a lot to do here, the keeper, but instead, oh, she's missed it. It looked easier to score, but she has put it wide. The game is still alive. Drama with 5 minutes to go. Our Ladies Castleblayney on the break there, but they haven't managed to get that. Let's have another look at it. You spotted the keeper off her line. She was in trouble there, Roisin.
Good touch.
She got out of jail.
I think she's a right footer. She just tried it on her left.
Well,
you were saying, lots of time.
You were saying that about live footers. Yeah, she had time, yeah.
But then whenever you're in that situation, it probably feels like you don't have much time. So
absolutely, yeah. Well, it's a big occasion for these young girls. Oh, and that's well taken by Kate Fagan for Loreto. We're into the last 5 minutes, now into the last 4 minutes. They need something special. Brady involved. Can Loreto get through and get a score? Well, they'd love a point, but they'd really, really love a goal. But Fagan might get it. Oh, it's gone to the left and wide. And you can just see the faces all around us from their school. And they are, it's just agony. It's just frustration. They just cannot get a score at the moment that would just lift them. Now there's another player getting treatment for cramp way over on the far side, over by the Loreto dugout, but it's a Castleblayney player. But the referee says get on with the game. Oh, and look at this girl again. She's got a few kickouts there, and they've been so important. That's Macy Traynor. She has got vital possession in there for them. And Cawley, she's had a good game. This is Flanagan. And they just managed to calm any sort of suggestion of a storm coming from Loreto. They just always seem to take the air out of it. 23 now for our Ladies Castleblayney, but it's gone astray. That was Ellie Devlin. And it's just pumped in there, but more with hope than any good accurate passing. It's Kennedy for our ladies, or rather it's Grimes again for our Ladies Castleblayney. They have the ball in the right area. 2.5 minutes to go. 5 points up. So it hasn't been what you'd call a classic, but they're certainly looking like they're going to grind it out here, our Ladies Castleblayney, and they have been the better team in most areas of the field overall.
But both teams have definitely had their moments. You know, it hasn't been all. We haven't had it all their own way all the time.
And you see there, Grimes going in, and how many times have our Ladies Castleblayney drawn that foul, you know?
In the exact same place.
Ever hot jag and a chipper the substitution on the Castleblayney side, number 8, Conley, replaced the number 12, Fair Duffy.
So can I push you on player of the match? They might be looking at from me in the next couple of minutes, but who would you think, and who would be your contenders?
Hey, you couldn't look past now. Definitely standout player, cool. The lassie holding the ball at the minute, Lee Flanagan, has been outstanding. Like any ball that's came to her, when she's put her hand on the ball, she's calmed the whole situation down.
Oh, that nearly ended up in a goal as well. Sorry to interrupt you, but we haven't had a goal so far, and that might have been it. She might still get one, or a score at least. She tries to get her kick away.
Good defence.
And now she's down, and Brady has given it quickly. And if they can counter quickly, maybe this isn't up yet for Loreto Cavan. Obviously, they need a goal. Kyogan has it. She's a joint captain, but it's been held up. And it was held up by Kiva Kelly. They've had to go sideways and it's been turned over. And Our Lady's Castleblayney, anytime they've looked in bother, they seem to have found a way out.
Yeah, there's always someone running. Like 25 won the last kick out, and I seen her up in the 4D not a minute later. So
and here she is again. That's Macy Traynor. Yeah, she's been really busy and influential since she's come on. But yeah, go on ahead about player of the match.
Yeah, even like I think Grimes at number 6 has been excellent for Castleblayney, and also for Loreto. You know, their forwards have definitely stepped up. I think Sarah Clark's been good and solid at number 11. They're number 29.
29 for Cavan?
No, for
Kate Fagan.
Yeah.
Yes.
For Loreto.
She's played the whole game, of course. Yeah, so Niamh Flanagan will be your choice.
Niamh Flanagan has been definitely stand out today.
There's a ball just driven up into the forwards, but
good hands.
Yeah, well, they had extra players back there, and they were always going to be favoured to win it. But you could understand Loreto just trying to get the ball in there to get it to their dangerous forwards. But maybe Loreto just should have committed maybe more players to the attack. But then I suppose you're leaving yourself open. It's easy to say that.
Yeah, when you're 5 points ahead and you're thinking a goal could change this game very quickly.
No, I mean like from the whole game, you know, tactically. It's like they left like 1 or 2 forwards up there the whole time, but they didn't have a lot of support. But then again, that was the work rate, wasn't it, from Castleblayney, getting so many players back every time.
Yeah, and then it's getting the gears back out again.
Adelaide 3-1 match ag Jerry and Jerry La. There will be at least 3 minutes at the end of the second half.
And we're 30 seconds into that added time, so 2.5 minutes. And Castleblayney have the ball. That's the important thing. That's Abby Lear. This is the other cornerback, Dervla Cawley, who's played very well, and another foul given away. I see the stewards coming in here. They're going to stop the crowd getting onto the pitch, so we'll have the presentation down in front of us. So there might be a goal to finish it all off, and it's Flanagan, and it's Kelly. Oh, she's missed her. She's hit the post. Very, very unlucky, but that would have put the seal on it. It's not needed, but it certainly would have crowned the victory.
It definitely would have. It would have lifted the... It was very selfless of her to play it across as well. You know, she could have went on herself.
Now, Caitlin Marie Crowe. I make it 70 seconds to go. Lauren Miney being tackled by 2 players and being fouled, but she... Oh, and brilliant play again by Macy Traynor. Well, she has been a bit of a super sub.
Absolutely.
She's... there was a foul just before that, but it was a great block. Excuse me while I just adjust my microphone here. Getting too excited at the end of this game. 61 minutes 45, about 45 seconds to go, and that kick has gone straight to Cawley. And the girl from Emmyvale has done very, very well, and she's there available again. Very intelligent play. I am going to circle the player of the match for Jerry Doherty here. He's looking for that, so that tells him the player of the match will be Niamh Flanagan, no matter what happens here. But we're in the last 20 seconds.
You just have to drop it in.
Yeah, but even then, they need 2 goals now. But it's Katie O'Mara putting it in there and hoping it nearly went all the way through and might still. And the referee has blown penalty. I felt like it was going to be a penalty for the first challenge, and I thought, no, she's not giving it. She's just given it. Penalty right at the end of this game, and it was the number 5 Caitlin Marie Crowe who got possession and tried to get through, and she was pushed to the ground. And I have to say, from a neutral point of view, it's a shame this wasn't a little bit earlier or wasn't a bit closer, because then we would have had real drama. But Our Lady's Castleblayney won't appreciate that.
Substitution on the Castleblayney side. Number 19, Alana McGahan, replacing number 14, Alison Gillen.
They're not bringing in a new goalkeeper, no, they're definitely not. So it's Annie Carroll from Castleblayney Foss.
But they'll rue a lot of the chances they had, you know, early in the second half, you know.
So a penalty. You're the goalkeeper here. You like penalties?
No.
Here comes Kate Fagan and scores right at the end of the game. Brings it back to a 2-point game. But the final whistle goes. It matters not, because Our Lady's Castleblayney have taken the title. They are the 2024 Ulster Schools A champions at under 20 here in Donagh. They have beaten their rivals. It's 10 points to 1-5. And a deserved victory. even though it ended up quite close at the end, you have to say that the girls in navy and light blue deserved it, and they are celebrating. They have beaten the holders of the competition, and they have won this here today at Donagh. And a few people are trying to run to get on the pitch, but overall they're being kept back, and we'll have the presentation. We will stay on for the presentation, so stay with us. And we nearly had a little bit of drama at the end, but it just came a little bit too late, Roisin, didn't it?
Yeah, if you had it that 10 minutes earlier, it might have changed the outcome of the game. But like that, they just left it a little bit too late. We were saying about direct balls going in, but it's the accuracy of the direct balls, But hats off to Castleblayney. They had their homework done today. They started. It's sometimes how you start the match, not how you finish the match. So they definitely, when you look at their first 15 minutes, they never let them in at all. They were playing so many players back, and whenever they got the ball, they didn't waste it at all. The ball always went to chest, and there was always somebody running off to support them.
Could I invite both teams to go over to the presentation here in front of the stand? Both teams to go over to the presentation, please. Thank you very much.
That's Jerry Doherty, and he is the president of Ulster Ladies, and he is organising this along with a few stewards as well. So we're trying to get this on air for you in the next couple of minutes. So not letting all the families go on, although they obviously want to celebrate.
Here's the penalty again
so
now.
They're bringing them over. Yeah, let's see. She put it down to the keeper's right, didn't she? Low to the right. Yeah, nicely taken, actually. Yeah, didn't use power.
Penalties are there to be scored, so. As a goalkeeper, that's what I be telling myself anyway. That's why it's called a penalty.
Penalties are there to be scored. It sounds great, but I don't know what it means. What does that mean? Penalties are there to be scored. Not penalties are there to be saved.
No, penalties are there to be scored. That's why it's called a penalty. It's supposed to be an advantage.
I see what you mean. All right, I'm with you now. Yeah.
So, if you save it, great.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not expected. So it's a bonus if you can save it.
Yeah.
Okay. So they should be scored. So the advantage is definitely with the forward, but. They did score on that occasion, but it matters not, as I said. So I see Kieran Murda out there, and they're trying to get the girls over for the presentation. Loreto have gone way over to the far side, even further away. Need to get them over too.
The keeper had a good save in the first half as well.
True.
So.
True, yeah. Annie Carroll. Yeah, she's actually the county under 16 as well. Lots of messages coming in on the Facebook. Linda Garavan says, woohoo. Fantastic achievement. Anne Kerr, congratulations. Francis Merrick, the same, super achievement. And Leon Cunningham says, well done, our ladies. And Therese Scott says the same. So congratulations are all coming in on the Facebook comments there on Ulster Ladies Facebook for our ladies Castleblayney. And they are going over to the fence there to meet their families and friends and supporters. And we just need Loreto Cavan to come over, but they look very disconsolate over there, and they don't look like they have any intention at all of coming over to the presentation. I can't blame them, it's a tough one, but we do need to get the presentation done here. You see the cup down below us, and that will be done in the next few minutes. As a few more messages come in, Martin McMahon says, well done girls. Emma Finnegan, well done Kiva and Emma. Joelle O'Connor, well done our lady in Castleblayney. Veronica McGinn, brilliant win. Anne Crawley, congratulations, especially Ellie Flanagan. And Mary Han Cosgrove, congratulations, our ladies, especially Emma and Kiva. And Kira Lynch, Kira Lynchy, I've just lost that message, but I will get it back. And she says congratulations to Blaney. Tiernan comes in with a compliment as well, and Anita Finnegan says fantastic win, well done to the team and the management. The management is, by the way, Kevin Nolan is the selector, but the manager is Eddie Kelly, who's also the principal of the school, and his daughter Kiva was playing at number 11, so a special day for them. They only won the semi-final against St Mary's Maherfelt by a point, so they nearly broke the monopoly by Cavan Monaghan there, but our ladies Castleblayney came through that, and they have won this. Maybe it stood to them for the final. So Jerry Doherty almost ready. We'll be handing over to him in a second to do the presentation as Loreto amble over. They're nearly there, and Jerry is going to start now.
On behalf of the Ulster Council, Cavan Gael Lamont, I want to congratulate both teams on an excellent under-20 A final here today in Donagh. Congratulations to Our ladies Castleblayney, we offer our commiserations to Cavan, Loreto College, for their efforts here today. You're a wonderful team. Cavan, well done. Keep up the good work, keep the faith, and success will come your way. Well done. Let's give them a big round of applause, please, for our team of runners-up today. Before we have the presentation to the winning team, a couple of people to thank for their efforts. First of all, the referee and her officials. Siobhan is one of our top referees in the country, and we thank her for her efforts here today, her and our team of officials. Let's give them a round of applause as well. We also want to thank the local club here, St Patrick's and Donagh, for their excellent facilities, which I think you will all agree are a fitting venue for our A final here at under 20. We'll certainly be back if they'll have us. Thank you very much to Donagh. Ulster Council also choose at these occasions the most valuable player of the match, not necessarily the player who scored the most or who did this, that or the other, but who is, in our opinion, the player of the match today, and that goes to the Castleblayney midfielder number 9, Keith Flanagan.
Popular choice, Roisin, and there was no real debate or no two thoughts in your mind. You were definite about that.
Absolutely. I think she connected up a lot of play. She was not afraid to go back and defend, but also stepped up and kicked a few points as well. You know, when you look, and there's only 2 points in it now. So.
And you liked that she was a team player.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There are ladies Castleblayney and their captain Hazel Hughes.
The other part of the dynamic duo in the middle of the field, Hazel Hughes, number 8, Ulster College's All-Star from Castleblayney Falls, and the number 6 from Carrickmacross, Laura Grimes. She's won 2 Ulster College's All-Stars, and she is the joint captain as well. So she's from Carrick, ladies, and they're with Jerry Doherty, and they're getting their photograph taken, and they are getting their hands on that cup. The champions for 2024 are ladies Castleblayney. And is one of them now going to have a little words? Yeah, it looks like Hazel.
I thank the referee for reffing a great game. It was a great game to play against you. I'd like to start off by thanking the referee, and the pitch facilities were top tier, so if you could just give them a round of applause, please.
Big credit for Donagh, Roisin. Top tier.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank our brilliant coaches, Mr. Nolan, Mr. Kelly and Miss Kerr. They've done so much for us throughout this year, and if it wasn't for them we wouldn't be here today, so thanks so much. And to Loreto, you have always put it up to us every year. You are an outstanding team. You play every single year to the top level, and just fair play to you, so round of applause for them, please. And to the girls, I just want to thank you so much for being here today. Like, you are just a pleasure of a team to play with. And I've loved every single session this year with you, and I can't believe it. So just thanks so much.
Well said. Hazel Hughes there, and we hope you have enjoyed the coverage as Castleblayney get the cup back. It's been a Cavan Monaghan final, and it's Monaghan who have claimed the Ulster Schools Under 20 A trophy for 2024. It's a little bit of history. The first time ever that this final has been streamed, and the first time it's been played on a Saturday. So we hope you have enjoyed it, and we hope you have seen lots of great young players there that you'll keep an eye on for the future. It is all about showcasing the sport. It's equality as well. It's putting these girls on that stage, and they have performed today with an excellent final. And a final word from Roisin Gleeson, who has been with us. Roisin Glynn plays for Galway. I think it just transferred you there. But Roisin, your thoughts overall?
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. Maybe the scores just didn't come at the right time for the teams, but I thought that it was outstanding from Castleblayney. They defended very well in the first half, and you know they had it in the legs in the second half to be fit to hold it out. You know, and they always had gears running off the shoulder, and you know those are the simple things that you have to bring in the finals. You have to go back to the simple stuff.
Absolutely, they got the basics right, and they won this game in the end. 10 points to 1-5, 2 points in it, but really that goal coming right at the end sort of put a different sort of look on the scoreboard, but they won it quite convincingly. They were definitely the better team. So the champions for 2024, the girls in blue, our ladies Castleblayney. And from us in Donagh is goodbye.